In the male hierarchy, when two men interact, there's always this underlying tension that if push comes to shove, the resolution is going to be physical conflict. You as a man know it deep down. You feel it in your bones. You know that if your disagreement with a man escalates to a certain point, you are going to be required to back your claims up with your fists. I want you to imagine the following two scenarios. Imagine that you're entering a room with a woman that you love and care for. It could be your wife, it could be your sister. And this room is full of strangers who are all men. And you've never ever thrown a punch in your life. You don't even know how to make a punch. And these men, well, some of them are taller than you and some of them are bigger than you. Now I want you to imagine a different scenario. Imagine you walk into that very same room with your loved one and you know that if any one of these men tried to test you, you could end the conflict in a matter of seconds because you have hundreds and hundreds of hours of martial arts training that you have in your bag. What do you think would be the difference in your psychology in these two scenarios? In the first one, you are going to feel like a victim, knowing fair well that you're at the mercy of a stranger. You are going to start acting like one of those nice guys who people walk all over, because your niceness at that point is merely a facade to mask your inability to confront anyone. It does not count. You don't consider a rabbit to be a virtuous animal just because it does not hunt, because we all know that the reason it does not do so is because it is incapable of doing so. It is only counted as a virtue when you have the ability to do harm and yet you choose not to do so. In the second scenario, you are going to have this aura of confidence. Knowing that you can defend yourself allows you to stand up for yourself, and it allows you to back up your words. The single greatest benefit of doing martial arts is that it relaxes your psyche. Your mindset shifts from this anxiety-prone, helpless victim to this relaxed, confident man who has shit under control. Most men have a garbage self-image. They think of themselves as losers who are unworthy, and guess what? They are right. You as a man need a purpose in your life, a worthy goal, something that excites you, something that scares you. In the absence of a worthy goal, you are going to pursue instant gratification in the form of porn, fast food, video games, drugs, etc. And when you succumb to instant gratification, your self-image deteriorates. You feel depressed and unmotivated. This is going to sound rude, but you deserve to feel like garbage because you are living a purposeless garbage life. What martial arts provides you is a path to a glorious destination. To be a man that is hard to kill, to be a man that people can depend upon, to be a dangerous man is a worthy goal. Waking up 6 days a week and training boxing, jiu-jitsu, muay thai or any other form of martial arts and just grinding and obtaining skills and getting better at it will give you joy. You will no longer need to fill that void with instant gratification. Knowing that you have gone through so many challenging martial arts sessions and tricky sparring situations after which you're just drenched in sweat and just totally exhausted is going to vastly improve your self-image as a man. You are no longer that loser sitting in a dark room and jerking off to pixels on a screen. You are now a warrior who spends time honing his craft. As a man, you want to be respected by your peers. You want people to really listen to you when you talk. You do not want to be the guy in the group that is always the butt of the joke and no one takes seriously. When your self-image changes, what follows next is change in your body language. You have this aura of confidence about you and this spring in your step, and this is observed by those around you. I promise you, go to your local boxing gym or jiu-jitsu gym and train for about 1 year and observe how differently people are going to treat you, because now you have showcased to the world that you have the discipline to commit to something for 1 year. You have now showcased to the world that you're willing to put yourself through difficult situations. You have now showcased to the world that you're going to defend yourself and those around you if the situation requires you to do so. All this automatically puts you above 80% of the men who live life based on their whims and primal desires. Your words now have some weight to them. They are no longer uttered by some guy jerking off in a poorly lit room. They are now uttered by a modern day warrior. But here is the brutal truth. Most of you are going to quit any form of martial arts that you start. Think about how many activities you have started and just left them halfway. It's because what you're feeling at the moment is just raw motivation, and motivation is a fleeting resource. Tomorrow you're going to forget about this video and you're just going to go back to your couch eating garbage processed food. So make sure that you check out this video so this situation never happens.